And welcome to Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction on the Games Tavern. Everybody's here. We're obviously dressed for success this close to Hallows Eve, and it looks like we're having a good time. So let's kick this adventure off with just a quick shout out to our main sponsor. Brandon, can you take care of that for us?
Well, hey there. Just so happy you're all joining us tonight. Tonight we have a mystery dice giveaway from our friends over at 1985 Games. You can tap !EPIC in the chat once you find the notice for the raffle is live. You must be a resident of the US or Canada, excluding Quebec. You know, they know what they did. It was a happy little accident, but we can't let them play. And you must be a follower to enter, and we will continue to take entries until the end of the stream. So be sure to stick around, and you must be present for the chat to contact you. So thank you very much, and hope you enjoy the show.
Okay, and just before we kick off, can everybody go around and kind of mention their costumes tonight and who and what they are? Starting with Mike.
Yes. I am Maxi, leader of Team Magma. My goal is to increase the land mass and get rid of the pesky ocean, because who needs water when you have land? I don't have a plan beyond that, but that's my plan.
That's a solid plan. Yeah. Solid plan. Who do you want to popcorn it over to, man?
Let's hear more about Anna.
I am wearing a Ye Olde Time shirt because I am from Ye Olde Time. It's very exciting. Let's go to Alex.
What do you mean? You don't recognize me? I have been slowly but surely building some marine pieces, and we're almost there. But I just decided to go the easy route.
It looks
Gotta
fantastic.
cut off the arm.
Yep, that's where I was going to say.
Just cut right off. Get a new one. Easy. And then let's go ahead. Rob, tell me about your hat.
I am Cowboy Rob, as you can probably tell.
Best Rob.
There's no character, but Alex wants me to tell you that this is an actual real Pendleton, which is kind of a big deal in cowboy hats. So, and it's being punished. Sorry. I think that leaves Brandon as if he needs an introduction.
Well, I'll just say one anyway. I'm Bob Ross, and I'm just happy to be here. And, if we've come across any goblins or anything, I'm going to beat the devil out of them. Isn't that fun?
Ain't that fun?
Oh, and I'll pass it back to our DM, Reed.
Well, I am dressed as, a neutral dungeon master with a lot of, power. Anyway, okay. So
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? I got to say, this thing is hot. Like, it's actually physically warm to wear. No. I'm quite warm. There has to be ice in here just to keep me in this thing. Oh, all right. Can I get a little bit of Woodland Trail music, shall we? You have woken up. You woke up at the farm after leaving Waterdeep in the middle of the night. Now as possibly wanted criminals. For the possible murder of some thugs that tried to mug you / kill you in an alley.
Murder
of Kinku. Yes. And
It was self-defense.
You got wrapped up into the local City Watch prison and decided you didn't want to stay there. And so you decided that on your own, you were going to let yourselves out of prison, which you did successfully. However, at some point, it would be discovered very quickly that you had gotten out of prison. Heeding the advice of your employer, who had happened to send a message via a bird using the Zephyr post, you guys decided to skedaddle out of town in the middle of the evening, which you did successfully. And you made it as far north as, if I believe, Farmstead's just north of Amphail.
Yes.
So, pulling up the map just so everybody can see. Amphail is, let's see here. Yep, right about here.
Sorry, I was busy.
Place.
Yeah.
Checking
An actual
Rob's
place.
notes.
It's a horse town for all intents and purposes. Waking up the next morning, heading out, you did some light assistance. Garlo did some light assistance chopping wood while everybody else kind of
Yeah.
gathered up all your pets, rolled up your bedrolls, put everything on your horses, and then proceeded to ride off in the morning. We have some trail music now. I get it up a little bit. All right. So as you guys are now on the trail, you guys are continuing on, and can we get a little bit of storm as well going on? Some thunder and lightning. A light rain begins to fall, and with that light
Boo.
rain, well, you're gonna have to just deal with it. This is, you guys are
No,
rough
I
and ready
audibly boo the
adventurers.
gods.
Rough and ready
Boo the brave.
adventurers. A light rain
Well.
does begin to fall. As the horses continue to move, just for the sake of not anything in particular, you don't need to roll initiative or anything like that. There's no, pit trap for horses right now. Although that's an idea I need to write down for later. What is the way you guys are going? Because you can move about 2 horses wide without any problems. You can actually go all the way across if you wanted to, because the road is wide enough to allow 2 large wagon trains to pass each other with minimal problems. But I'm just curious how you guys want to do this. Who's in front? Who's in back? Who's in the middle?
I'd probably be up front, using, generally scouting, rangery things.
Are you solo?
I mean, everyone's welcome to join me, but I'd be taking front at least.
I'll be up there with her.
Okay.
So Turja and Sim up front. 50, 100 feet back or so is...
Well, I'm definitely riding mid. I'm in the middle.
You're in the middle. Nice, safe middle.
Exact. Yeah.
Perfectly
Feel pretty good
colored and right up your alley. Okay. Beautiful.
I'll be in the middle with Lucy, and I think continuing our game of I Spy from a couple sessions ago, in the fields of nothingness, just trying to play I Spy.
So you and Lucy are in the middle? Okay. And Rafe, I'm assuming you're going to take the rear?
Yes, a poor decision by the group, but fine.
Okay.
You're welcome to ride ahead.
Where are your pets on you during this rainy moment?
Oh, in my lap, 100%. The badger is just sat on top of me.
Okay. Okay. And the Tresson?
I probably tucked it as much as I can with him, like a cloak. While I might be enjoying the rain, I'll try to be mindful of the Tresson.
Okay. And I believe there's Stampy the skunk.
Stampy the skunk is in the back of my shirt, just like nuzzled around.
Oh.
So honestly, it's like a warmer for me.
Okay.
He's just on my back.
Okay. And is Stampy underneath a cloak or anything like that, or just?
Yeah, under my shirt. So he's like skin against fur.
Okay. Okay. So keeping dry itself as well. Okay. All right. Cool. Just need to know that for reasons. All right.
Reasons. Great.
So, all right. As you continue on, is there anything you guys want to say to each other before the first or second thunderclap strikes?
I'm just gonna turn to Garlo and be like, "Why couldn't we have gotten a wagon?" I'm just complaining.
I mean, it's something we can consider. Maybe when we get to Neverwinter, maybe there's a wagon dealer, or maybe there's one we'll come across the road. Hey, maybe we'll find one abandoned. We can get it for cheap.
Oh, true. Yeah, I like free.
used is good.
If it's abandoned, it was probably abandoned because it doesn't work.
Well,
We're pretty handy, I think. So
Rafe.
maybe.
I turned to Rafe. Rafe, you know mending, right? You can fix things.
Yes.
All right, we're good. Yeah, we'll be all right. Thanks, Rafe.
Sure.
Is it? I don't know how much traveling y'all have done. Is it good to proceed? Does it? As we've been traveling, does it appear the storm is getting worse or letting up?
Oh, it's not doing either. It's just
Okay, it's just a deluge.
Mhm.
Ooh, fancy word.
Thank you. Is it? Should we pull off like the next town or something, or should we just press on?
Don't ask me. I stay in the city. I hate this.
Well, we're not likely to have to worry about the water deep guard in the near future, but I think the farther we can go, the better still.
We should be beyond the reach of the Waterdeep Guard at this point, but do keep an eye out. They could possibly be as far as Red Larch now.
In other words, while we can press on, we probably should.
Yes, the further we get, probably the better for all of us.
I don't know.
Okay. And you guys hear the rain okay and the stuff like that?
Yeah.
I think I'm just spending the time trying to cover my badger, but being unable to because he wants to be able to see everything. So I'm like trying to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is my weekly shower, so I'm enjoying it. Hands in the air.
This is your
playing.
weekly shower. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. So there's
The
a weekly
odor of
shower.
wet horse in the air.
Nothing like
What
it.
it stank like.
All right. So you go for the next 3 days under rainy conditions. No campfire, hardtack that's dry. You know, you're getting berries and foraging here and there as you can. And on the 4th day,
Well, qualify that the magical tent, which is larger on the inside, has
does
a
not
fire.
have fire in it though, does it?
It does. It's
Oh.
warm and dry, regardless of what's going on outside.
So in your evenings, it's warm and dry. Your watches are fruitless. Nothing seems to be in the area. On the 4th day, the rain clouds subside. The horses are more appreciative because you don't bring them into the tent.
Not for lack of trying.
Not
Yeah.
for lack of trying, right?
No, we don't bring the horses into the tent.
He
They're
won't
wet,
let you
and they
in there.
smell
I'm
like
so
horses.
sorry.
Yeah, I think that's the exact thing. Is like Lucy or Garlo tries to, and Turd's like, no.
Well, they just don't fit, and they're going to smell.
You pass through the town of Red Lark with a minimum of issues. Nothing's really happening. However, another day or two passes past Red Lark, and you cross another nameless hamlet that appears to have been utterly decimated to the ground. In areas, there are things that are burned down to a crisp. Interestingly, though, there are no bodies, save for that of the cattle and some other animals that are quite large, like horses here and there. The people, none exist. The cattle appear to be broken and crumpled, large gouges in different places, and they appear to be, make a nature check. Sim only.
Hmm.
While Simmerine is doing that,
5.
Rafe is casting a mage armor on himself.
Okay. Okay. Mage armor comes in. The blue-green effects shimmer around you, Rafe. Gouge marks. The meat looks awfully light-colored, but you can't tell anything else. But there are no people. No humans, no elves, no half-elves, no gnomes, no dwarves, no civilized races.
Are there
There
any
appear to
tracks?
be. You guys. Oh, you're gonna look for tracks.
Yes.
Sim and Turja make a series of survival checks for me.
Oh boy. 7.
Natural 20.
Sim, you may not know much about what happened to those cattle, but you definitely spot that there are definitely people's tracks all over. But what's more concerning is what everybody else thought were large areas depressed that are puddles full of rain are actually giant footprints.
Yeah, I don't like that. I
Don't
thought
like
the
what?
giants were taken care of. Did they not all?
Giants.
scared?
What do you
No.
mean?
Didn't the farmer a few days back talk about some giants that raided towns, but then some other nerds came around and I don't know. scared them away
Well,
or something?
I think he said that they drove them off. I'm not sure that he said that they were killed or anything.
Why, do you see giants?
Right here? This thing right here? That's a footprint of a giant.
You see that other one? That's a footprint too.
Of a giant.
And what's interesting is you see the giants converging on different points on the town. Like they started in different places and came in. But what else is interesting is they then all leave in the same direction to the north.
That's cool.
Are we going that way?
Not directly that way, but close enough to be concerning.
Along the trail. It's exactly that way.
Oh dear.
Huh.
Rafe, are you sure we can't like backtrack and take a ship?
Definitely not.
I assume our horses, we have like stirrups, right? Like something to put our feet on.
Mhm.
Yeah. I take my, as they're talking, I kind of take my foot out of one of them and just like kind of in a like kind of like measure from my horse like how big the footprint is to mine.
Just way bigger. Way bigger.
Well, I mean,
The
if
toe,
it's,
the big toe, is about half the size of your foot.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like on edge now, just constantly.
I say,
mean-
sorry.
I'd say it's a consolation, but I mean, if we're tracking them, essentially, we'll probably see them before they see us. Just, they're big, and I mean, we'll be far off. But
Well,
the buildings around here, you said they've been like decimated and everything, but
Most of them. There are a few intact ones, but the doors have definitely been kicked in or pushed out or whatever. When you go to check them, it looks like the roof was literally lifted off of it and then put back down. So they're kind of intact because the roof stayed in one piece. But a lot of them, not only did they come apart, but they caught fire from the shaking of the house, whatever it was, set the house on fire.
And we go in one of the houses to see if there's anything left.
Oh yeah, you can go in. There's different odds and ends in some of them, but it looks like everything is mostly still there. The plates, there's still food in cupboards.
well, we have to grab some of that.
Silverware,
Food.
silverware, steelware. Not a rich town. I'm sure if you dug around, you might find the occasional thing under a floorboard, but you're going to have to spend a lot of time to do that. There's a few lanterns here and there. You see leather straps, stuff for that. You do find what's left of an intact barn that's been knocked. Well, not an intact barn, a barn that's been mostly destroyed, but inside is everything. The tilling pieces, the leather bits, the bridles, the reins for running it on plowing, different things. Just whatever's left of the horses and cattle are just all over the side there.
I wonder why the giants would do this. I mean, what do they get out of it?
Is there a
because you rolled so high, you do notice there is another set of giant prints that is actually larger than the rest. And it is not barefoot. It appears to be booted of some sort.
is there any surviving wagon in town, Reed?
just like a pristine one under in the barn, just like wrapped over.
There's no pristine wagon in any barns, but if you find parts of wagons, but most of the wagons have been crushed.
Okay.
In the barns themselves, they got destroyed.
Anything that looks like I could repair it in, I don't know, an afternoon?
Make a... check something here. Rafe. Make a...
This week on This Old Barn.
investigate check for me.
Sure. Given that this is something I actually know how to do, can I use my proficiency as well?
Yeah. Go ahead and give yourself a bonus.
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
Woohoo!
So you do
Perfect
find
wagon.
enough to get a 2-wheel cart back together should you wish it. And it will take you 4 hours to do it because you're going to have to re-grease a wheel and replace one. But the wheel got knocked off Somehow, you don't know. You find the replacement wheel, but there's a couple of them in the same barn. You drag everything out. You get the other one on. You grease it. You're good. You're trying to raid the village of whatever's left in it now.
I was gonna say, Sim tries to help with the wagon.
That's not my intent, but I don't know what people will do with it. I think I can actually recover one of these smaller wagons, and then we can use it to carry stuff.
I turned to Garlo. We were right.
Garlo's trying to play it cool, but yeah.
I say, what are we going to carry? All of our stuff is already being carried by the horses.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of unbutchered meat around. We could probably salt some of that and take it with us. Up to you.
I get
They're
this
not
sort of
eating
panicked look on my face at the idea of butchering.
Sim, the tracks look to be about a day old.
Huh, okay.
Even with all the rain washing a lot of it away, it's not. It's still fresh enough that had the rain been going longer, it certainly would have erased far more of it.
Gotcha.
Especially the humanoid-sized tracks that were probably the residents of this village.
They were really
So-
hungry.
It just, like as Garla or as Rafe talks about fixing the wagon and all that stuff. It was just a question. Does anyone know how to drive a wagon by any chance?
Well, I mean, it's not that hard.
Is it as hard as stopping a wagon was, or the cart was?
I mean, you guys have a little bit of experience with that. I fell off.
Generally, not that hard. That was a unfortunate situation where the wagon was at great speed and going downhill and without horses.
All right. I mean, we can while you're fixing that up, we can take a look around and see if there's anything we could scavenge. At least some extra food stuff, maybe some extra tarping. If we come into some more rainy situations, at least we could have a cover for the horses.
In the intact homes, you find full sets of clothing still in the armoires. Well, whatever sets the meager residents had. You find the pantries still have breads, sausages, all sorts of fresh foods, stuff like that. The barns have grains and hay for the horses. There is the small metal feeding ware that people would eat with, the plates made of either clay or tin plates and stuff like that. Copper plates in a lot of cases too. Not fancy, but safe to eat on. There's also nuts, berries, all dehydrated and turned into jerky, stuff like that, stuff you can take for long times, as well as a whole assortment of vegetables like gourds, carrots, tubers, you name it, just ready to go. There are a few bottles of local mead.
That's what we're after.
Quick, hide them from Sim and Lucy.
Yeah,
Not
here and
for
there.
long.
You also find, not terribly fancy, but completely functional. The occasional longsword, one or two, throughout the entire town. Because I'm assuming while Rafe is working on the wagon, the rest of you are basically going, "What's for free?" And,
I want to help with the wagon.
Okay, you're helping with the wagon. Okay.
Yes.
So you're helping with the wagon. So the rest of you are like, what's for free? Turja, make a investigation check for me.
12.
You do manage to find a pearl necklace hidden in a locket box between some mattresses in a master bedroom. Well, the biggest bedroom in the tiny 2-bedroom house.
Okay.
It's
I tuck
worth
that away.
approximately, you take a look at it, it's probably worth about 50 gold pieces.
I will definitely tuck that away.
All right.
Did anyone see me find this?
Nope. I'm assuming you all spread out and did your magic here and there.
Okay.
That's generally speaking what you find is a bunch of housewares. There's not much else going on here. There's not a blacksmith shop here. They would probably have gone down to Red Lark for this. Strangely, nobody in Red Lark knew anything about this. Not a surprise. It was raining. Not a lot of people went out back and forth.
Fair play. I'm kind of just going through looking for something to feed the badger. I'm kind of having my badger come with me.
Oh, there's plenty of jerky odds and ends
Come on,
down
guy.
there. The badger's like,
Let's check around, see what we can get. Come on.
Just let him loose in the house.
Yeah.
little badger prints
Beast.
going through the mud
Yeah. Go.
all over the place. Yeah, it's just
This is
muddy
the
up
only
house,
time.
too. Yeah.
Special occasion.
And Garlo's just going through basically getting camping supplies, essentially. Just things that would be useful.
There are
on the road.
blankets. There are
Yep.
blankets. There are other things there too. Not really a lot of bedrolls. I mean, there's hay and feather-filled mattresses here and there, but not a lot else. There is the occasional chicken running around that did not get whatever or escaped in the madness. None of them are in a pen. If they were in a pen, chances are they got crushed.
We can see them just kind of running around.
They say, too bad we can't ask the chicken is what happened. Maybe they saw something.
If only.
Or can we? I don't think they'd
Wait.
be so insightful. But they might not be insightful, but they might be finger licking good.
So you guys can put down 6 blankets, a couple other things here and there, but you do manage to find a grand total of 37 gold pieces, 54 silver pieces, 163 copper pieces, and 3 electrum pieces.
Ooh.
Amongst all of the searching. That's it. That's what you find.
Well, I think I'm just about done. Have you finished looting?
It's
As you
called
guys come back with all the
salvaging.
stuff and start
That's a
dropping
very
in the
undignified
wagons.
way to describe what I was doing.
With armfuls of stuff.
Yeah.
Near you.
The unmistakable scent of wood that has been burned, like campfire smells, that basically is the final smells of some of these places as they were put out, as they burned even in the rain, has come through.
Well, if you are, then I'm going to go ahead and try and deliver last rites to this entire village, and then we should be on our way to Westbridge, where we can report this.
Well, we don't know that they're dead unless you're giving last rites to cows.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
how can
say-
you give last rites when there are no bodies?
Well, I guess
Well,
I shouldn't
spirit-
presume.
We could say a prayer for them, right? I assume we could, offer our thoughts and prayers and
Prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers to this unnamed hamlet.
yeah.
Yikes.
There is a sign that is broken as you get to the north end of the town to leave. You turn it over. Sausish was the name of the town.
I find a bottle of mead that I procured.
There were
Salvaged.
three total
Yeah.
bottles.
So yeah. Two. What was the name of the town? So I'm cheersing to the South.
Maybe to get every syllable.
Yeah,
correct.
I don't know. I'm just.
Cheers.
Are you drinking
to
that
the
bottle?
people of Sherman.
Oh yeah, I'm drinking right out the bottle. Yep.
All right, perfect. Leaving the town back into the wooded trail area, you follow the trails right alongside the road of muddy, damp depressions along the stone road of giant prints. As those prints continue on, you see them start to fan out to a point to the side of the road, just on the west side of the road, where they appear to have gathered and just mulled around for a while, and then they're gone. Like the prints are there, but there is no exit.
I
Carla looks in
stop.
the air. Can they fly?
There is a cloudy sky. Still the remnants of the rainstorm that came through.
I stop and stare at the last tracks and I go, where did they go?
I think I'm going to chalk this one up to magic and then not worry about it. We need to report the village's destruction.
Yeah, let's get somewhere else. Quick.
Fair enough.
Were there any
Okay.
like dragging marks, like they were dragging large things with them?
Make a survival check.
Oh, natural 20.
Hey!
Yeah,
Wow,
there
hot
are some
dice.
things. You see some large flat areas that are about a wagon's width wide that were just dragged flat across the ground.
How fresh are those marks?
About a day old, the same age as
Okay,
what
so
you
they're
saw
still
before.
they're all a day old.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, they're long gone.
But why?
Thank
Why
God.
did they do it?
Sometimes it's better not to ask questions and worry about the consequences later.
Why would giants raid a village?
And why take the bodies?
Because they were hungry, Tertia.
They eat
I- that-
people?
When they can, yes.
But there
Turja,
were corpses
make
and
a-
animals right there.
Make a history check, Turja.
history. I wish I'd gotten the 20 on this one instead.
You can't quite remember the nursery rhyme
I was gonna say.
that you were taught growing up, but it was fee, fi, fo, fum.
Can't quite remember, so it's fee, fi, fo, fang.
Bang.
I smell the blood of a Waterdavian man.
Well, it's possible that, I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but there's talk of the dead walking again. So, perhaps giants didn't do anything, but perhaps corpses just got up.
A
But we didn't
mystery.
see any tracks of people leaving. We only saw tracks of giants leaving.
But it was raining, so I imagine the giant tracks were just pressed in a bit further.
Well,
And if they were hungry, why not take the cows? The cows have more meat on them.
again, they prefer to eat people.
Maybe it's like sport. Maybe it's fun to watch them run.
Maybe there were more cows, and they just ate their fill and just left the others and, I don't know,
And then
pack
took the
snack of
people
people.
for nothing?
Pack snack? Yeah, eat it later.
Like visibly shudder.
I think
You know, I'm
other
not always in
animals
the mood.
wonder why we eat them and not other ones first. Like, do you think like the chickens are curious why they didn't get eaten?
You think they know? And I start like very.
We didn't take the chickens with us, right? They're not listening to this conversation.
New pets.
Yeah. More.
I doubt
So-
the chickens made it very far with the tressum flying around.
Or the badger.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Continue on for about another 4 hours for a total of a 12-hour ride. And at the end of your 12 hours, you get to a campsite. At that campsite, there's a lone wagon, four-wheeled wagon, that has been obliterated, absolutely crushed. There were horses. They're not there now. And there was a number of other things. There is a barrel that was crushed partially a few feet away, and you look at it and it's empty, but at one point it held a large amount of wine. Whatever personal effects were in this wagon have been strewn all across the area. Not really worth picking up. But this happened 2 days ago, 3 days ago, easily.
Well, let's clean up a little bit and set up camp.
What if whatever did this comes back?
then being somewhere else isn't really going to be helpful because it was probably a giant.
Yeah, I'd like to get away from where the giants are.
Do you want
Although-
to? Do you want to make a survival check and just look for tracks?
I do.
Okay,
I can help out.
go for it.
Can I give Sim advantage instead of doing it myself?
Oh.
Yes.
Thank you. 16.
So yes, you do notice there are giant tracks, but there's only 2 sets. And you also notice, because you have a little bit of skill, these sets don't seem to depress down as far as the other sets.
Interesting. Well, I think they're long gone. I think we'll probably be okay.
Plus, it's a lot of free kindling here.
And if you're really concerned, you can turn some of this into spike traps and possibly save us getting swiped while we're sleeping.
You know how to make a spike trap? Rafe, you dog.
I definitely plan to do something to deter giants from just swooping down on our camp in the middle of the night.
Very basic carpentry, Lucy? Did your father never teach you any of this?
No.
Okay. Well, Terja, do you know how to do this?
I give him this sort of deer in the headlights look at the idea of knowing any carpentry whatsoever.
Okay.
Manual labor.
Yeah.
Garlo,
I'm
I
not
have
disdainful. I'm ignorant. There's a difference.
very high hopes that you've at least swung a hammer before.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, then Garlo and I will start on this, and the rest of you can clean up camp. And when you're done with that, come take a look and see if you can follow along. And with that, I'm just going to start actually setting up not a proper defensive perimeter, but a, loose camp spikes. Just something to keep the wildlife, or in this case, giants, at bay.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not building a wall. I'm just building spikes.
No worries. No worries. And it's actually a pretty calm night. The rest of you go through your watch, uneventful. You hear a couple coyotes in the distance. Nothing else really. The tall grass is relatively easy to deal with. You've now gotten into some foothills areas to the east. As you cross by, and some tall plains areas to the west, past the foothills, but you're in foothill country for the most part. You wake up the next morning, bright and early. The horses
Hey, we kept watch, right?
seem a little uneasy, but for the most part, okay.
Garlo's not dumb, but looking at the wagon, the one that was completely
Whose
destroyed.
horse is on the wagon, by the way?
That's a good question.
Probably swapping it out because our horses are not really wagon horses. They're not going to be able to pull one the entire day.
Is it one horse or 2 horses on the wagon?
Well, that depends. Garlo said he wanted to ride a wagon, right?
Lucy did. But
Yeah, I did.
Garlo will.
Then Lucy's horse is always on the wagon, and somebody
fine.
else's horse is helping.
Okay.
'Cause
But
Lucy is driving.
hell yeah, Lucy.
Okay.
But looking at the exploded wagon, not knowing too much about, the mechanism. Well, the mechanisms I understand. Do the spokes and things look like stuff that we could use on our wagon just to have a backup set?
Different
Where something
size
happened?
wheels, not the same kind of thing. This was a 4-wheel wagon.
Sure.
It's got a little fancier setup, but the club that went through it, basically something tore this wagon apart to get to the good stuff in the middle.
Is the harness intact?
There's no harness.
Okay, so the
or
horse is
whatever's
gone.
left of the harness
Yeah.
that's still attached to the wagon has been ripped apart.
Yeah.
But there is no, part of that harness is missing. It's not in the debris field. It's nothing else there.
I hate to be a downer, Garlo, but there's really not much recoverable in that mess.
Fair enough. Figured if the spoke breaks or something, we might have a backup. But yeah, it seems kind of a futile effort.
Well, once we get to Westbridge, they should be able to replace any problems that we're having with it. Although I'm not. Do we want to keep it? I mean, it just happened to be usable and let us carry all this stuff that's otherwise going to sit out there, not doing anyone any good.
So you want to try to trade up? I see your game, Rafe. All right.
Yeah.
Understand you. I understand a businessman when I see one.
Oh, you know what? Fine. Yeah, that's it, Garlo. We'll trade up if we can.
Lock eyes with Lucy and just do like a knowing nod. One brain cell, but he knows what's going on.
Okay. So, as you guys get your horses and everything back on the road, Lucy, I need you to make an animal handling check for me.
Simple.
Thank you, Tech Goblin. for that
And
3%.
somebody should be riding with Lucy.
19.
19. Okay, cool.
I handle
All right.
animals.
All right with Lucy Dinner.
Sim, make a perception check for me.
Absolutely. 12.
You hear it before you see it.
Okay.
And then you smell it before you see it. You hear what sounds like
Does that sound like a new friend?
rounding a corner, up against a large series of stones stacked up against the road. Appears to be a giant foot sticking out. And by a giant foot, I don't mean somebody wearing a size, 16. I mean a foot of a giant. And the sound sounds distinctively of snoring.
Just stop.
What?
I'm like, I'm shooting the shit with Garla. Like, oh, what? Huh?
Sim, what?
But I point.
The
I
distinctive smell of roasted meat, almost like steak, comes through.
Oh,
Something a little off with it, but not quite. And you do see a light smoke on the other side of the stone that you can't quite see, that looks like some kind of fire is going on.
I think we found them.
the villagers found him.
Giant.
Lucy just goes pale.
Let's back up, get away.
Well, we can't really back up. We're just going back towards the destroyed village and probably more giants.
I didn't mean all the way back to the village, just back.
Is it how many are there?
Just
You see one foot.
us going back's gonna make more noise.
Well, let's take a look and see if it's just the one giant, and maybe we can get around it.
Too much hyperventilating.
I put up my hood of my cloak for my cloak of elven kind, and I also get out a rope and my crossbow.
When did you get a cloak of elvenkind? Remind me.
When we came across that wagon on the way south from Waterdeep to Daggerford.
That's correct. Okay.
The last exploded
Yep,
wagon
yep.
we came.
True story. True story.
Why we're
yes.
looking at all
That
these
one had
wagons.
a much better payout.
Mhm, yeah. Okay. So you put up your cloak of elvenkind. Anyone else doing anything?
I think just let Turja, where'd you go?
While that's going on, I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Are you just gonna go look, Turja?
I look at the others for a second. I say,
Yeah, I think that would be best. Give me I'll go ahead and give me a second.
Sure, go ahead. And as I say that, I'm going to slip behind a couple of trees and basically hunker down.
Okay. I get off my horse and I hand the reins to Rafe, and then I just go ahead walking.
He's gonna be fine, right? Are you okay?
They're totally fine.
Okay.
Alrighty. Okay, so go. I'm going to add you all to the map.
Yay.
Oh yay.
Oh, they're big.
Yeah, they are big.
Oh
That's how
dear.
giants work.
Right?
We only know about one of them, right?
Yes.
Which you
Currently,
see
yes.
two?
Yeah, you
Yes.
got 2 on the map.
How about now?
Well,
Just
now
one.
we're good.
It's gone. So fast, so easy.
Don't worry.
Ugh.
Shard makes it easy, doesn't it?
Just a
Thank you,
simple
Shard.
DM mistake. Don't worry about it,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, don't worry. There wasn't meant to be one, and it wasn't there either, by the way. But there is one here. And you guys are standing right. Let me move the whole party. There you go. Right
By the
here.
chest.
Are you staying on your
Oh.
horses or are you dismounting?
Dismounting.
I'm definitely dismounting.
I have 2 horses held since Terja gave me the reins to hers.
Okay.
I'm gonna,
Who's staying with the wagon?
Me. I'm staying with the wagon.
Okay. Okay.
so my horse will also be hooked up to the wagon because I was riding. So I'm gonna stick close by the wagon, but I'm gonna go ahead and draw my axes just to have them ready.
So as you guys dismount, I need you guys all to make a stealth check for me real quick.
Dear.
And Lucy, I need you to make an animal handling check instead of a stealth check.
Oh, damn it. Of course it's a good one. God. Damn it. That's not fair.
Well, it was just high enough to keep you out of trouble.
Woo! That was perfectly fair.
Okay. Nobody did something terribly consequential. You managed to dismount and get on the soft mud-covered pavement or paver stones. You can still smell that sizzling steak smell. As you get closer to the area, you see a whole bunch of bones and ribs of a large animal sitting kind of like just spread out on the road there. Picked clean.
Can I still make out where Terja is? Terja, you were going to approach
no.
the giant.
No, you cannot. Turja, you actually gets to make your stealth check at advantage, by the way.
Well, I already got
Well,
it.
you already got a
18,
24, so you're pretty
yeah, I
good.
didn't bother.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can go higher if you want, but I mean, I think it'll be fine.
So getting up to that point, Turja, where you get around there,
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just for the sake of argument, I'm going to have you guys all go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Sure.
Well, I'd rather have my high roll and my stealth check anyway.
God, you let me
Okay.
down. I'm getting these rolls.
As you get there, you see a giant seated, legs straight out. What looks to be a large tree that's been turned into some kind of club for it. Its back is against a set of stacked stones. There's also a barrel that's now on its side, and the distinctive smell of what was wine wafting out of it, and he is There is a horse on a spit seated right about here that was just out of view for everybody else, that
Is
is
it okay?
roasting over a large fire. You can see by the bones right where you're standing that probably was the remains of the other horse.
Anything else?
You gonna walk around and pick through its pockets or something? A
Not
large
pick through
bag
its pockets.
to the
but
other
it's
side of it?
Like, just anything else at the campsite that's conspicuous.
Make a history check for me.
17.
You don't know much about giants. You've never actually seen them before. You've only read about them from the time in Ogma's temple. Giants, especially giants that are barefoot and about this size, tend to meet the description of what you would call a hill giant. But your description shows that hill giants love to eat, and they're quite fat normally. This giant appears to be emaciated. You can see its ribs. It is very skinny for a giant. It's like, almost like it's been starving.
Okay. Well, if I don't see anything else of interest at the campsite, I'm going to take the rope that I took out, and I'm going to cast Mage Hands.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Does Mage Hand have a verbal component?
I believe so. I whisper it.
But isn't it something
Yes.
with the arcane tricksters that it's all sneaky? Well, it's invisible, but I'm
It's
sorry,
invisible,
that might not
but
be
it's
for the
not-
spell.
The spell still
Yep.
casts the same way.
Yeah, you still have to use the verbal component.
I need you to make another stealth check for me.
No, that's just for hiding. Oh my!
Georgia, no! Why? Why have you done this?
How was I supposed to know? I have +6.
So
on
as you go to
stealth.
cast it, you step on something and you almost trip and you're like, "Ah, ah, ah." Hold on one second.
Oh no.
Do I see Terja as she stumbles?
Georgia, you were here. You moved your character, correct?
I was moving it. I moved it here to look around, and then I moved it back here before I actually.
Perfect.
started
That's
them.
part of what happened. Okay. So right about here is where you stumble. At that point, the giant's kind of like. Now let's see if he perceives.
I drop flat.
You move?
Actually, no, you're right. I just cross my fingers and pray. Come on,
Unfortunately,
Flora.
he looks. He reaches over and grabs a tree. His tree club is in his hands. He stands up.
I start running.
Make a. Here we go. It's going to strike. I need you to. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
You take
Oh dear.
22 points of bludgeoning damage as the tree goes.
Oh dear. Do I at least fly in the direction of the people who can, like, help me?
What's your total hit
T
points?
shot.
27.
I need you to make a Constitution check right now for me.
Well, something
19.
goes right.
So
tonight.
you go flying, but you manage to skid to your feet right here. So even though you bounce, you roll with it. It is the most painful thing you've ever experienced in your life. You may have cracked some ribs. You definitely are hurting badly right now. And it gets up and starts to move towards you. It has not seen the rest of the party yet. It is focused
Bye.
on. Why you hurt me?
I didn't hurt it. Like, that's factually incorrect.
I eat you.
I'm running. Can I run far away?
I now need everyone to start working in initiative order. Starting with
Yep.
Sim.
Oh,
Don't even
God.
move.
I just saw Terja get
Don't
whacked.
move your character.
Right.
You saw her get whacked, and the giant has stood up. You see it stand up, and now it's over the rocks and is now stepping towards her as you watch Anna just.
Okay. So then in that case, I don't see life in hit bars. That looked like it hurt a lot.
Oh,
I-
Anna's not getting up fast. Like she's clutching herself. Like
I'm gonna look at the group. We gotta go. Get the horses. We gotta pick up Terja. Let's go. And I'm gonna go ahead and get back on my horse and see if I can close the distance and maybe pick her up. At least that's gonna be the end goal eventually.
horse's top speed is going to be
Horse.
halved because you had to jump back on the horse.
Sure.
So, what's the top speed of the horse? 60, if I recall.
60, yes. So,
You can move 30, but because you're running, I'll let you move another 60, so 90 total.
90 total. Hey, okay. Oh. Okay. We're gonna
You
be
rush
close.
up and scoop.
Rushing and scooping.
I need you to make a athletics check with advantage because you know that Turja would be doing everything possible to help you with this.
Okay. All right. Good thing I got advantage.
How are they sitting for inspirations and stuff right now?
I got a D4.
Now might be the time to use it.
Okay. All right. And burn that D4.
Oh!
Okay.
Big money.
Perfect. You do get enough to scoop her. She's
Yeah, I'd
blood's coming out
scream
of
if
her
I
mouth.
could get the breath. Yeah.
I got you. Don't worry. We'll be fine. Since I still have 10 feet of movement left, can I still use it?
yes.
Okay.
And it's going to take an opportunity attack to hit you.
All right. A mere
Alright.
10 feet away. Still important.
Does a 20 hit you?
Of course it does.
Is it going
More
after Sim or the
importantly,
horse?
is it going to hit the horse, which it is.
Oh my god.
Your horse has how many hit points total?
100.
No, we're going to check that.
I have 13.
Fair play, 60.
13? Well, your horse is now crumpled and dead.
God.
The horse is knocked clean out from under you. I need you guys to make athletics checks to see if you roll. Turja has to do it at disadvantage.
I already have -1 on athletics.
Oh my god.
But that don't matter with a 19. Oh, but it does with a 2.
This is not my night.
Turja, you're going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage for striking the ground on a horse falling like that.
Well, I'm not dead yet.
Tim, you managed to land with no problems. You literally used Turja as a launching pad.
Thanks.
It wasn't intentional. You thought you were leaping off the horse. Turja was in the way.
Sorry.
Dropping into position, it is now Rafe's turn. Rafe, what are you doing? You've just saw your friend reach up, grab her up, only to have the horse knocked completely out from under her.
I am too far away to make it to them, and that would not be my first move anyway. So instead, I am going to do the stupidest thing I can think of, which is cast Chill Touch at this giant.
Okay.
So Rafe is holding on to a pair of reins and struggling his way through the motions of his cantrip. And Garlo and Lucy are close enough to hear him intone, and this time he intoned something really strange. I want you to suffer all of the pain that you have wrought upon the world. Does a 16 hit?
We'll unpack
16
that
hits.
later.
Lucy and Garlo like a double check at each other.
2 damage, and I am safely like 100 feet away from this thing. But in the intervening 100 feet, that angry purple and black skull screams its way towards the giant and latches on.
As the scream goes, it turns, it hits, and it just turns right back. Leave me alone!
And I'm
Luciano.
going.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm
Go
actually going to go ahead and move 30 feet, and I'm keeping both of the horses with me since I don't have anywhere to really tie them up.
Are you riding?
No, I'm walking.
So you bring the horses with you. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool. All right, Luciano.
Lucy, get us over there.
Yeah. Are giants charmable?
You can certainly try.
Okay. I only ask because I'm not going to use charm person. I will. What is the movement speed on the horse? 60.
It's 90 feet, right? Or what did you say? Because we're on the wagon.
Okay.
Or is it,
Trying to do my math correctly here, so I can keep a safe distance.
What? No.
So I kind of ride the horse on the wagon. I'm like hopping on. I'm pulling the wagon, and I'm gonna try to like maneuver it down.
I need you to make an animal handling check.
Also, can you really make it? Can you go as far with the wagon as without the wagon?
No.
Well, it's a two
He
wagon.
can't run with it. He's not going to go at 120. He's only going to go 60.
Animal handling. 10.
Yeah, the horse wants nothing to do with it. Like,
Okay.
it's not getting near this thing. It just watched another horse get crumpled down and go.
Well, if it won't move,
You know,
I am going to get up. What is the distance between us? I'm gonna run up to my. If the horse will move, I'll move. Make it happen. Happen.
you can move at half rate because you tried to cajole the horses and it did not succeed.
Only half. All right. Well then.
Yeah, leaping down from the wagon. I'm sorry, but you spent the time doing that. It takes a little bit of time.
Yeah. Well, then I can't do much. I just kind of. Guys, come on, get back.
All right. And nothing else?
No.
All right. Turja, what are you doing?
Well, I already had my crossbow out, so I take a shot at the giant. Like, I'm sort of coughing as I aim, like just
Mhm.
trying not to stand up straight. And I make a shot, which definitely does not hit.
It does not hit. As you blow past, the crossbolt slings by off the trail.
I also take the opportunity to move back. Let's see. Oh yeah, I go near Rafe because my horse is near Rafe, and I use my
You
bonus
can move it.
action.
Half rate because you're getting up.
Okay. So if I use my bonus action to dash, how far can I go?
You can move 15 feet plus another 30 feet. And luckily, the giant has already used its reaction to crush a horse, so it cannot attack you. All right. Garlo, what are you doing?
God damn it! Garlo is gonna run his stupid little legs as far as he can. Which is
25
only
feet
50.
and 25 feet.
Only 50. Hold on 1 sec. It is. I'll go here. 25 puts me there. And that. All right, so I'll move 25, and then my hand axe was out, so I'm gonna huck it at
Okay.
the giant first and foremost.
Okay.
And he's within 20, so I can not disadvantage it. A natural 20.
You hit.
Let's go. Okay.
6+4, critical. 11 slashing damage.
Okay. The
Uh,
axe strikes home, and it looks tiny as it sinks into what looks to be part of the back of its leg.
Did you double that?
You, do.
I-
You get
I
to roll
did
the
that.
dice, twice the dice. So
And I yell out, "Oi, Bigot! Why don't you pick on someone your own size?" And I will bonus action go into a rage.
okay. Leave me alone! And it swings its club at Sim. Sim does a 27 hit.
Of course it does.
Of course it does. 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, jeez.
Breaks Sim hard. I need you to make a constitution check for me.
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. 13.
13. You are knocked prone 12 feet away.
Okay.
Sim, it's your turn.
Oh, ow. Gotta stand up.
Mhm.
So my friends look like they're ready to fight. We're not running. We're fighting this thing.
Are you going to spend the time looking at them to figure that out? Because there's a giant between you and your friends.
I feel like I would have been able to tell at least the movement when there was
as she went flying through the air.
I'm going to say you steal a quick glance.
Yeah.
And you see them doing what you saw them do.
All right. Fuck this! I'm running. I'm sorry. This is not a fight we want to be a part of.
Leave me alone.
I hear you loud and clear, bud. Sorry, so sorry. We're just gonna on foot hoof it.
Oh no.
It's standing there with its club.
Taking a dash action, just getting as far as possible. Since y'all got horses, you'll be fine, probably. And that's my turn.
Point. It is now Rafe's turn.
Rafe.
I am going to go ahead and I'm going to cure wounds at second level on Terja.
Okay.
In a second.
Big spell.
Any bonus actions?
No, but I'm going to use my move action to remount.
Okay. Terja,
you recovered
12 hit points?
Yeah.
Not a shabby cure wounds. All right.
And I'm going to hand Terja's reins in her direction, and she can hopefully catch them on her turn.
All right. And Luciano, what are you doing?
All right. I am going to close the distance between me and Rafe. Get a little bit, like just this tad ahead of him. I want to make sure.
Rafe is up there.
Not Rafe. Sorry, Garlo.
Garlo?
It puts me within 30 feet of the giant, and I am going to pull out the components from my pouch and cast Suggestion on this giant and try to get him to just calm down. So it's a wisdom save of 13, and all I'm gonna say is, buddy, please calm down, calm down.
No, hurt me.
Not trying to. We weren't even trying to engage you, bud. I promise. I'm just. Please stop.
There's no one left.
No one what?
No one left.
I'm sorry. Oh god, now I'm in like crisis negotiation, not negotiating, but crisis intervention mode. I'm so sorry.
You mess with me.
We were scared. I'm so sorry. We really didn't mean anything by it. We were just trying to pass by.
Hungry. And he goes back over and starts gnawing on the horse on the spit.
And I'm just kind of like white in the face again. Just, okay. And I look to Garlo. Are you okay? We go. We're just gonna keep going. Come on.
Oh, we just sort of go.
Okay.
I'm if nobody else goes, I'm at least gonna try to go find Sim. I know she kind of like
getting
fucked
back
off.
on your wagon.
I'm just looking for. I'm trying to get Sim aid. I saw Sim get smacked through the air, so I'm just like, trying to find where she went off to.
You see her, like
she's just down the road, man.
Come through my way.
I thought she hoofed it, so I was like, I don't know where she is. It's dark.
Not looking pretty.
Yeah.
Terja, what are you doing?
I take the horse's reins from Rafe, and I mount up, and I just sort of start riding away.
Okay.
Garlos, your horse is on the wagon with mine, right?
Mm-hmm. You want to go talk to him?
Yeah. Let's go talk. I go find the horses if they've kind of come down from when they didn't want to move earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least try to calm them down. Come on, guys, come on. And I'll try to mount up. I'll tempt.
Okay. All righty. Turges, Garlo, what are you doing?
If Lucy goes over to the wagon, Garlo's gonna go back kind of around, take a wide berth around to this side, and where Sim's dead horse is, and where he can kind of see the giant. Says, apologies, pal. Tell you what,
so hungry.
Hey, you hungry? You like nag? I got a horse right here.
He's not paying attention. He is eating horse. As you hear that, you then look around and you see the puddles where the giant footprints are, and then you see the ripples in the water as the other giant appears and moves over to the horses from behind some other rocks. We're hungry too, and it's just as emaciated as the other one is. And they're eating the horse.
Okay.
Are we still in initiative order?
You are.
I guess then I'll
go ahead. What else you doing?
That's kind of seeing. Do I spot? I guess I'm over on this side, and I'm waiting for just Lucy to come back with the wagon, and I'll hop on. But do I spot anything else kind of weird around their campsite? Like, I'm curious. Like, they're so emaciated and whatnot. Like, does it look like there's, I don't know, signs of restraint? Have they been like denied food? Like they've been chained up or something? Or
their clothing looks like it's ill-fitting compared to what they were. You can see blisters and stuff on their feet. They've been on the road for quite a bit. Like they've been walking around. Like for creatures that are normally barefoot all the time, this doesn't look too pretty. And in addition to that, you see a very large bag, like the size of your wagon for the most part, just sitting over there. There's stuff in it, but you don't know what.
Probably
it looks like it's made of like wagon covers that have been stitched together.
Yeah, that's about it. So Garlo's just I think he had like 5 feet left. Just step back a little closer, and then if the carriage just kind of gives it a wide berth, he'll just kind of grab on and just ride out.
The hill giants continue to eat. Sim, what are you doing?
I'm still gonna run. At this point, I am pretty overwhelmed with the amount of fear of this thing. Going from on my horse, big hero moment, picking up my friend, and then this thing just thwacking the horse out from underneath of me. And the next hit, I am not doing so hot myself. This is terrifying. It's different than other things that kind of chipped away, scratches, anything like that. Purely succumbing to the fear of, oh God, I do not want to die. And so I am going to continue to dash away.
Okay. That's a fair thing considering how much they just plopped you for one hit, you know. These things do not strike light when they strike, right? Rafe, it appears they're almost done with the horse. What are you doing?
I am bravely running away.
120 feet.
Rafe ran away.
All right. Anything else?
Let's see. During that time, I am going to cast message at Cimarine and tell her, slow down a little bit. I'm going to catch up to you in a moment here.
You'll outrun her easily on the horse.
Yeah. And the faster you get on the horse, the faster we can go. That's the message.
Okay. Cimarine, do you wish to reply to that message?
Or is that
sending? Is that sending that does that?
You
can reply to.
You can do it with message as well.
Okay.
Right now, too much animal brain.
Okay.
Can't even. It would just be like someone hitting a keyboard in response.
All right. Luciano, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to run by Rafe.
I need you to make
not
an
Rafe. I
animal
keep saying
handling
Rafe.
check.
Garlo. I can't see them. The
Are you
icons
running or
are
are you
so
driving
small.
the wagon?
Yeah, I'm getting the I have the horses, so I'm
Animal
riding
handling
along.
check for me, buddy.
That's easy. No problem. Not at all.
Oh yeah.
What did you do last time?
Got a 10 last time.
You got an 8 last time, if I recall correctly. Yeah, that was 10 last time.
Yeah, it was 10.
11 this time. You did get just what you needed to get by.
Hell
You
yeah.
can move at regular rate
Okay.
twice. So
And I'm just trying to get Garlo on. Garlo.
All right. Turja.
I am riding away.
Okay, so you ride away. And Garlo.
Yeah, once Turja gets clear, I think, Garlo's basically like holding Lucy's captive right there until Turja gets clear of us, and then, all right, let's go.
Come on.
As you do that, the giants turn around. Hungry. And starts moving out to grab the other horse.
Watch out for the bones. They can be a pain in the ass when you choke on them. Last word as we ride off.
Badass.
And Garlo, at that point, you guys make it away from the giants faster than they can pursue as they grab what's left of the crumpled, broken carcass of the horse that got knocked out from underneath Cimarine and start dragging it towards the spit. A scary moment indeed. As you continue on, it becomes apparent that that was the giants that attacked that wagon, but probably not the giants that got that village.
Okay.
Emaciated giants are not something that's seen very, very often, and you guys just witnessed it for the first time. I'm assuming you ride like hell for at least another hour.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's a
the
safe
first thing I
assumption.
wanted to do was get Cimarine at least on the cart, since she doesn't have a horse, and try to get her healed up.
Okay.
Riding by, Rafe would have pulled her up.
All right. So
Clinging
Rafe
on.
pulls her up, and you guys ride like crazy with 2 people on the horse. Turja on one, Garlo and Lucy on a wagon.
2 relatively light people on 1 horse.
And Rafe with okay. So, all right, fair enough. You guys do manage to make it far enough away that you feel like the giants would make plenty of noise trying to get to you at that point. And you think that they're probably predisposed to eating that horse before they would chase you, based on what you saw. It's a rough night. You guys managed to cast any healing spells on anybody? Healing potions? What are you guys going to do?
I've
I can use
already
my
been
own.
helped. I was gonna say I have a healing potion. I'm more than
Save
happy
those.
to give.
Let's save
one to
those. We have
Cimarine.
spell slots.
Yeah. I'll just burn my first level spell slots on healing. Let's see, Turja. How does 6 hit points do for you?
That is a great help. Thank you.
Okay.
6 hit point sound.
I am happy to throw some spell slots down if we.
Yeah, my ribs still hurt, but I don't think they're broken anymore. And I'm not coughing blood anymore, so I appreciate it, Rafe.
Yeah, that floating rib is no longer, puncturing the bottom of your lung, whatever it was that
Very
was going
grateful.
on there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
another 8 for Turja, since her ribs are no longer broken out, but she doesn't feel well. Anyone else injured?
I use a little healing magic on myself. I'm a little over halfway.
On a scale of 1 to 30.
Let's be
How
on
do you
1 to
feel
30.
about
I'd be about like an 18,
Yeah. Okay.
roughly.
Okay.
So Rafe will give Cimarine another 5 hit points, and at that point, he's going to say that he's tapped out.
Fair enough.
I can throw a little bit in there as well.
End of your journey and ride for the day, because you guys then slow down, but you do not stop. You make it to the end of the foothills. And this is a perfect point where we're going to switch over to our mid-show break. When we come back, we'll have a few announcements, but we look forward to seeing you guys. Don't go anywhere. Hit that follow button if you're watching us for the first time. and we'll see you guys in just 10 minutes when we get back. And be sure and type in exclamation epic to get on that prize. See you guys in just a few.
Oh, this is cold. I asked for my blood to be hot, boiling hot. Bring it back. Go fix this, please. It's so hard to get good help these days. Oh, hello there. It's me, Scalathrax, fiend about town and, well, dungeon owner. And when I'm not creating a horde of new problems for adventurers trying to rob my dungeon, I'm looking for a horde of new 5th edition monsters. So let me tell you about Tome of Beasts from Kobold Press. Whether you need dungeon vermin or world-shaking personifications of evil, the Tome of Beasts has it. There are more than 400 new foes for your 5th edition game, everything from tiny drakes and peculiar spiders to demon lords and ancient dragons. Tome of Beasts includes monsters from the entire history of Kobold Press, with longtime favorites such as clockwork creatures, drakes and dragons, devils and archdevils. Check them out, some of my brothers and sisters in there. Dangerous flavors of the Fae, undead, and so much more. Use them in your favorite published setting, or populate dungeons in a world of your own creation. Pick up Tome of Beasts from Kobold Press and give your players an encounter they won't soon forget. Where's my blood?
Hey, thanks for watching the show. It looks like you're having a great time. Let me tell you really quick about That Benny's Paint Show. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every show, the host and their guests will be painting miniatures live on stream. They'll walk you through all the different techniques and products they use to paint miniatures to a high standard in a quick and easy fashion. They'll show you all the different things live, and on top of that, the audience gets to ask questions, and we're going to answer them live on stream. If you've always wanted to learn how to paint miniatures, this is a great way to do so. And on top of that, you can paint while you're painting with us too, and chat with us and tell us about your projects and share your pictures of your miniatures as well. We love it when people share their miniatures with us. So remember, That Minis Paint Show, every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on the Games Tavern Network. right, and we're back after our giant beatdown. And there was a giant beatdown. Literally a giant beatdown. It was bad.
We get it. It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
3/5 of us were doing okay.
Listen,
Because you didn't try.
Only because the giant didn't swing at you, probably. So that is probably the worst giant battle I've ever seen. And at the same time, it was highly, highly amazing to see you guys decide to choose the better part of valor.
Remember, if
As
have
you guys
Amazon
finally
Prime-
slow down and exit the foothills, is there anything you guys want to talk to each other about? I mean, like, there might be some discussion there.
I would.
have
I'd
a
like to
feeling.
talk about Shard Tabletop and how you can get 20% off your subscriptions by using the link in chat. Don't forget, use code TGTShard20, 20% off your subscriptions.
I forgot completely about the announcement.
That's okay.
Please get
because
those
we
announcements out,
remember,
guys. Good job.
remember
Good job.
that Streamloots
seamless.
is indeed live, and you can go ahead and actually buy cards. And in those card packs, there may even be cards that will do things like, I don't know, give players inspiration.
These.
Which has been very useful the last few days, I might add.
Yeah.
So, the
Oh,
last few
yeah.
sessions, yeah.
Unfortunately, my contract was remodified, and I am required to tell you that there are even cards that can grant our DM inspiration if you are so inclined.
If you're a
And
bad
remember,
person.
if you have Amazon Prime, you also get a free Prime gaming subscription. So please show your support to the showcast and crew and hit that link in chat so you can watch us get beat up more by giants. Prime gaming subscribers get access to sub-only emotes and a special subscriber-only channel in the TGT Discord where there will be many beatings of the cast by giants.
Also, hey, in case you forgot, in all the giant drama that's been occurring, we are giving away a set of dice from our friends over at 1985 Games. Type !epic once you notice that the chat or that notice in chat that the raffle is live. Got my turds twisted up there, which it has been live this entire time. So if you're just joining now, be sure to do it so that we can get a chance to win these awesome, amazing mystery dice. You must be a resident of the US or Canada, excluding Quebec. Listen, we both reached for the king-size candy bar when we went trick-or-treating, and they got it, so they are off the list. You also, just so you know, need to be a follower before you enter before you enter in that !epic. We'll continue to take entries until the end of the stream, so be sure to stick around because you do have to be present for our staff to reach out to you to get your information.
All righty. Yeah. All right. Here we go. So you guys have, and thank you so much for all that, by the way. You guys are now back on the trail, and you haven't set up camp for the night. You're still moving. Anything you want to say to each other before you get into camp?
I'm just doting. Sim, are you okay? Sim. How many fingers? Sim?
That's 3, right? That's 3?
Yeah. 3? Yep. Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay, guys, she's okay. I think she's gonna be all right. Oh my god.
High bar counting.
Yeah.
Also shaking, trembling. Just kind of existing for the moment.
Luciano's trying to make light of it, but like very much like terrified the way he saw both Turja and Sim fly through the air. I'm just like, okay, we're fine. We're okay. Okay. Carla, you're not behind us, right? And I'm just constantly.
Turgia, are you riding ahead by yourself on the horse?
Yeah, and I've kind of got my shoulders hunched, and I'm sort of waiting for somebody to come up and upbraid me for starting the giant going on all of us.
Okay. Everybody else is checking on Sim. A little voice in your head, Turgia.
I'm not really.
Oh yes, I'm back.
No.
That looked pretty rough. How'd you like to make a deal now? So that your friends don't get left behind the next time you get pancaked by a, well, hungry giant.
don't have anything I wouldn't.
Well, unless you want to be garnish for the next plate of giant food. I don't know.
I got away from that giant. It's none of your... Why are you even here? It's none of your business.
I see potential. Potential.
Yeah? What kind?
You don't hear any answer. I need everyone else to make a perception check.
I wasn't talking out loud, FYI.
Oh. Luciano, you're busy fawning over Sim to make sure she's still like breathing.
Yeah.
Rafe, though, you notice Turge's like from behind, so it looks like this. To no one in particular, way ahead.
I don't know Terja well enough to know that this is not how she just deals with stress. So
Yeah, true.
I'm just gonna
Just throwing
Wave-
that out there.
wave that off.
Mhm.
I am dealing with a distraught elf who, you know, we just put down into the wagon, who is probably still not doing well. Because she hasn't said anything for like 2 hours.
Yeah, which is
Breathing was hard for a little while.
Yeah.
For Turja too, by the way. If you need to, you can take yourselves a short rest, or you can wait till the long rest that's imminent about to occur. Your call. Anything else you want to say on the way, or you shifting into the campsite?
I think it's probably quiet, like it's a shock sort of moment. Like some people almost died, so like it's a little bit somber right now.
The necessary was said, and anything else probably is not being
As big of a, I think, yeah, and I think like Garlo's probably driving the wagon this point because Lucy's probably like full on like panic nurse, just like,
Okay. You guys do manage to find a spot. It's not a normal camping area that you can pull off, and you manage to do so. From here, you pull probably a little bit further off the road than you normally would, through the tall grass to make yourselves a little bit more scarce, I'm assuming. Do you guys want to set up camp? Can I get some campfire music here? And
C-A-M-P-F-I-R, yes, we went.
oranges and purples of the night sky are starting to, or the sunset is starting to fade in as the sun begins to dip below the horizon on this summer day. As you guys set up, how are you guys going to set up for watches tonight?
Probably injured folks maybe need to rest first.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm kind of wired. I think I would be weirdly okay to do first watch, but I'm still a little frazzled.
I can't sleep right now, so I'll volunteer to take first watch.
So Turge's going to take first watch.
Terja, then
Luciano
with
Luciano,
you?
wants to stay up.
Yeah, I can stay up. Yeah.
and then Rafe will
Okay.
take the ladder too.
Sim, are you going to take last watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
As Garlo will help
Garlo,
out
you-
in
middle watch?
He'll fill in, I guess, in second watch.
Okay. Alrighty. That covers the time period there. All right. So from there, Turja and Luciano. Between all of you, you manage to build a small fire, warm yourselves a little bit, make sure the horses are fed, and use some of that fresher food from your
Scavenging.
travels.
Yeah.
Your blessings from a empty village. to make up quite something nice. Who's doing the cooking?
Not me.
Garlo can. It is going to be rib sticking kind of food.
Okay. So some very, very thick, delicious, greasy, and yet delicious foods produced from an assortment of sausages, fresh produce, and even some bread pudding there. Delicious. Mm-mm. We've all eaten. We've supped a little bit of water, warm water, maybe tea, maybe some Maztecan bean juice, whatever you need. Anything you're saying as a group before you split into your watches?
You don't need to say anything. I know it was my fault.
Wasn't your fault.
The giant. I know it's my fault. You don't need to say anything about it.
Oh, I mean, if anything, I could have done more. I could have, I don't know, given somebody just better. I could have done something. Ugh.
It's not a fault, Terja. I mean, shit happens sometimes. Things go sideways, but I mean, it's just giants might be light sleepers. I mean, you see those things, all loose skin and sunken eyes. Something's not right about them.
There was an empty wine barrel next to it. It was drunk.
I mean, I assume it takes more than a barrel to drink out a giant.
He was also very, very thin.
Wiry.
Yeah. Seen something that looked like that. Oh my god. Oh.
It's not a fault. Things happen. We got away.
You didn't do it on purpose, right?
No, it's just somehow it always seems to be me. These things always happen to me. I don't know why.
Wake up giants a lot?
That's not what I mean.
Oh. What else?
I give her this long look and I just sort of say, I don't know how to explain. It's complicated. Just somehow it always seems to be me.
Oh.
You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna go. I'll take watch. I'll take first watch. Screw it.
I go over, try to give Tertia a hug.
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Alright.
I can stay up.
Okay.
I don't think
So
I'm gonna get much
everybody
sleep.
else kind of goes to bed for the night. And with that, can I get some nighttime music if I don't already have it? The fire starts to dull down. Just embers. No smoke, really. Just warm embers. The tent is up, I'm assuming, Rafe?
Both are, yeah.
Both are up. All right. Turja and Lucci sitting back to back, keeping an eye on things. The horses seem to be calm. They're actually like on the ground laying down. Just chilling.
What it's worth, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you how you're doing. I was so stressed over Sim. We just picked her up. Are you okay? How you feeling?
And Rafe did a good job. I feel a lot better.
That's good.
But thanks for asking. I appreciate it.
I've never seen anything like that. I am amazed that you were able to bounce back like you have. You're so strong, Turja. Oh my god.
I start laughing and then I realize, oh yeah, we're on watch. I should probably be quiet.
Oh.
You have no idea.
Seriously, I am impressed by you nonstop. It was incredible how you went up with the bravery you did to go try to snoop out those giants. I don't think I could have gone near those things, even while they were asleep, had it not been life or death.
Yeah, and look how that turned out.
Hey, risk reward, you know. Universe doesn't work in always, you know, the right ways. Sometimes shit happens. We got out, like Rafe said. And now we can say we fought giants.
I don't know where to go from this. Fought. Yeah, sure. I suppose if you call running away fighting, we can say yeah, we fought giants.
That's the thing about being, a musician. You get to write your own story. Nobody else besides us five are here. We can say we did whatever we want. We scared those giants away. At least that's how it's going to be in my version. Right. Secrecy, right? Pinky promise you're not going to tell anybody?
Sure. Your
Alright.
secret's safe with me.
So you both pinky promise.
Yeah.
Just as you do that, you hear some coyotes howling in the distance.
Okay. Sorry. Whew. Okay. Whew. Still a little on
They
edge.
fade away. They fade away.
Yeah. Yeah, I've not really spent a lot of time outside the city like this. I thought the road to Daggerford was gonna be as bad as it got. This is this is kind of crazy.
Yeah, me neither really. This is strange.
Really? I pictured you as a just avid traveler and adventure. I don't know. I thought you'd have dozens of stories. And just all over the realm. I don't know.
Not so much. I've been out of Waterdeep a few times, but nothing major. Never on my own like this. Well, I mean, you're with me, but
Yeah.
not like this.
Oh, I can relate a little bit. I think we're kind of similar in that. This is this is one of my first times really outside the city like this. So I'm glad to know I'm not alone at least. I didn't know what to think when Rafe asked us to build those traps. I'm being honest. I felt so out of my element. Oh my god. It's nice. I don't know. It's been a lightning experience.
My father always used to tell us that if never to show it if you're afraid or if you don't know what you're doing, that you always had to hide that sort of thing.
That's gotta be difficult.
It's what you're supposed to do.
I've never been kind of good at that. I tend to show things on my sleeve. Emotions kind of roll off of me. I think it's why I like to make music. You know, it's a way to process those emotions. But I'm getting good at it. You know, I'm still practicing. Good though, right?
I kind of run out of things to say.
I kind of take out my kazoo and I'm not playing music. I'm just kind of holding it, just ready.
Does that make you feel
The
better?
coyotes wail once more.
Okay. Okay. Okay, it's fine. I will never get used to that. I don't know. Being in the darkness, even being able to see in the darkness, it's terrifying.
Being able to see is terrifying?
No, even in the dark, I'm saying. Even being able to see in the dark, it's still...
And you can see in the dark.
Yeah, I tend to
In the
like
distance,
bright,
you see the-
crowded spaces. I feel most at home with a lot going on, you know?
In the distance, you see the little glow eye trail that you can see with your dark vision. That of a pack of coyotes just kind of sitting around the peripheral.
Seems like it's quiet, though, for the most part tonight. Hopefully we can get some sleep.
After our watch is over.
The rest of your watch goes quietly in the evening. At that point, you wake up Garlo and Rafe.
Hey. Guys, move over.
Alright.
Get out.
Fine. Yeah, fine. Okay. Anything to report? Is it all quiet?
I mean, there's coyotes, but other than that, yeah.
All quiet. No problems.
Both doing okay.
As well as we can be.
Hopefully some
Very
sleep
good.
will help.
Alright. Yeah. Tercha. It's no one's fault. The shit happens. It's just what it is.
Yet somehow it always seems to happen around me. Don't worry about it, Carlo. It's not your problem.
Durja, you do a lot of good things. You're skilled at what you do. I'm not even strong enough to hold all the burdens of the world, so when you're ready to let that one off your shoulders, you'll feel a lot better.
I look at him and I sort of realize it's time to shut up and nod, so I just sort of say, all right then, thanks. I appreciate it.
And to bed you go.
Indeed.
Carlo and Rafe, in the middle of your watch, it's quiet at first, but then you hear quiet pumping through grass again. And you look over, about 30 feet away is a very large warthog, and 3 of its little piglets right behind it. And it's snuffling through the grass, realizes it's gotten a little too close to something it shouldn't have, and immediately scampers off into the grass. You hear it go away.
You ever had boar?
Yes. I helped a village repair their irrigation trenches, and they had the midsummer festival. They had a boar as well as some really good squash, actually.
Yeah. Good garden. Yeah. I find it's kind of hit or miss though when it comes to the bar. I mean, because it tastes of whatever it's been eaten. That fat just kind of, some of them you find they got truffle and eaten well, but some of them have been eaten whatever is dead on the side of the road.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some animals are like that, and some animals always taste like what they taste like.
Chicken.
If that makes sense. But I was going to berate you about your I don't want to say naivete, but heroism instincts. But after what just happened today, I don't really see any reason to.
Why is that?
Well, we were doing everything right and still ended up in trouble. So.
I mean, don't you see then, like, exactly with what happened today, like, doesn't it make more sense doing as I do? There's, like, I don't mean to berate you back, Rafe. I'm not a man of faith. I'm not, I don't feel the gods moving around me as you might with you or some other pious folks might with them, but I think that we live on a world where bad shit happens. Bad shit happens all the time. It doesn't matter. Good people, bad people, people. Like, shit is always going to happen. But helping people when it does, it's the only thing that's worth doing, right? Like, it's not because it's good or because it's necessary. It's because it's fucking kind, right? In an indifferent sort of world where fucking skinny giants can stomp you or crush your wagon, it's kind to help people.
Like I said, after today, I don't really feel like berating you, but maybe in the future, if we find ourselves in an alley again, try punching first before killing, maybe? At least in Waterdeep.
Okay, I'll amend my weapon of choice if we're back in the city. But I don't want to beat the point or anything, Rafe, but I understand that the world is dangerous and you want to hang back. I don't fault you for that. It's terrifying out there, but you understand that I'm just a short person who's pretty good at hitting things and taking hits, but like, you can do honest to God's magic, Rafe. You can do so much fucking more than me in the world. Like, I, I just, I think it's a waste to not do more with it.
There's a reason I'm out on a walkabout, Carlo, and it is to deal with some uncomfortable truths about myself. I'm aware of my cowardice. I just haven't gotten past it yet.
I think at the point you do, you're gonna be a real. I think you'll be a real hero in your own right.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I'm just trying to do my best in service to Gond.
Hopefully, in that service, you help out folks as well.
Well, normally on a walkabout, I would be visiting villages and helping them fix their irrigation systems. That's actually what I specialize in. But I've been wrapped up in adventures. So, in a way, I have been distracted from my true purpose in my walkabout, but I'm not angry. I'm accomplishing things.
Sure. I mean, true purpose, I think, is something maybe you find as you're on your journey through life. I don't think you should sell yourself short on irrigation.
Well, farmers do need to farm. That is the basis of our society.
Sure.
I'm hearing you out. I've gone with the flow so far, and it hasn't been awful. Hopefully it gets better.
And there we fade out as they're watching, as Rafe then goes into a long discussion on irrigation methodologies and why they're important. But while that's happening, Simmerine is dreaming.
Yay.
A familiar voice, but you can't quite place it. Go. Hurry. Your time is now. I've made my deal.
You don't make deals. I make deals.
Not this time.
You'll come after me, right?
Go. We don't have any time. I think they're almost here. Come back for me.
I promise.
And you're shoved through a portal. And then you dream it again. Go. Hurry. There's not much time.
You've said that already.
Go. Hurry. There's not much time.
Definitely hearing the voice change, more in dreams scuttle back. More desperate to get through the portal.
Don't leave me.
I'll come back.
And you go through the portal again. Go. Hurry. There's not much time.
Okay.
You'll come back.
I'll do my best.
Hurry. You never came back. And you go through the portal. And you wake up.
Tears,
feel?
just crying from the dream. Was a dream. I'm here. But I think even at that point, like, I say it's a dream, and then I jump out of my bedroll and look through the tent. I think I probably got...
Turja is sleeping next to you, but she's not waking up.
It's making sure I'm actually here. That the tent hasn't gone anywhere. That when I open up the tent flap, we're still exactly where we were.
You are. Garlo and Rob's discussion on irrigation is interrupted. It's toward the end of their watch anyway, and you poke your head out.
Sammy, they're just about to come and get you.
Yeah, I got enough rest. Go it's your turn. It's fine.
You okay?
Oh yeah, we're great. We're here. We're great.
And I don't think I need to insight check that, but
What? You don't believe that?
pretty straight on the head there.
I've never seen better acting.
Marina's face. She would never lie.
Okay. Say, Sim, can you do me a favor though? On your watch?
There's a side eye. Sure.
It's just, Stampy is just a little bit, kind of just needs to, he's up right now, and he kind of disturbs me when I'm asleep, so would you hold Stampy for me while you're on watch?
Oh, yeah, no problem. Don't me tell him anything? Well, I mean, I could...
Whatever you'd like, or whatever you'd want to tell him. I was just trying to give a comfort animal.
Screw her own pet. Here, take the
she's got one
skunk.
too. All the pets. Get the magic.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be sure Snoopy's fine.
Third watch. Simmarine and Rafe are sitting down.
Rafe has to do 2 watches?
He chose to do 2.
Okay.
Turja, you don't remember much about your dreams at this point, but you do know this. In your dream, you're on the back of a very nice wagon, watching what looks to be the walled city in the distance burning behind the walls. Screams in the distance. The wagon moves with a whole herd or caravan of other wagons quickly. Guards shouting from side to side. The memory fades. Rafe and Simmarine, is there anything you guys discussed while you're on watch?
Shit, sorry. I probably petting Stampy, maybe just a little too hard at first.
Okay. Stampy kind of shifts down to your lower legs to get away from your forced petting,
Sorry, Stampy.
and just
don't go
goes
far.
to sleep between your calves.
You shouldn't beat yourself up too much about running away. It was the smarter course of action.
The look I give you, abject horror, as I have my nightmare running through my head. How did you know?
Well, I know a little bit of something about cowardice.
Is that obvious?
Well, I mean, it's natural, isn't it?
That's what I tell myself when it gets hard.
Right. Nothing really to be ashamed about. You didn't even have your bow.
I didn't even know how to use my bow.
Okay, that's a little bit weird. I've seen you use a bow before.
Well, you don't just know how to use a bow. You learn how to use a bow. It was before I knew how to use a bow.
Oh, well, I guess that makes a certain kind of sense. You needed time to remember how to use the bow.
There's a moment. It's just like, the giants. We're talking about the giant.
Yes. Did you think we were talking about something else?
Yes. But this makes a lot more sense. And I'm a little less freaked out now, honestly. I thought you could see my dreams. I didn't like that at all.
Oh, well, that is a perfectly natural response.
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry. I know. Maybe it's because you remember the sewers? I got hit really hard there too. I think I came back just purely out of luck. I don't like that feeling.
Well, I wish I could say that I share your sentiments on it, but I've never let myself get that close.
Try your best not to. It's not fun.
That feels like good advice.
While you're sitting there quietly, briefly during that moment, Luciano has a dream. You're at your home, the home you grew up in. Your father's standing over you once again. You need to stop this insolent dream. It's going to get you nowhere. This is not what we do.
What I want to do.
We can do so much better. This is not what our family is made for.
Maybe I'm just not made for this family.
I will not support you continuing this. I will not pay for this. I will not waste our time and our profits on this.
I don't need your money. I can do it myself.
Really? You can barely cook for yourself. You've had everyone doing it for you for so long.
I'm not ready to give up on this. This is something I have to do. If you're not going to support me, I'm not going to be here anymore.
Fine. See yourself out within the next 2 days. And he stomps off. The door slams to your room. What do you do in your dream?
I just cry, get by the few things I can, and myself leave the front door.
You fade into sleep again as your dream goes back away and you continue your sleep cycle. The next morning, the grays and purples start to show as the sun rises, peaks over the horizon, just as everyone stirs and wakes up, as the birds change their calls to the morning. Stampy is crawled back up on your lap sim and is sleeping.
I imagine my Tresson is also around my shoulders.
Oh yeah, just
We are
very,
one.
very happy. And you're very warm, by the way, thanks to the two animals. Apparently, if skunks sit on your laps too, you can't get up. That's the rule.
Trapped.
Just like with Tressums,
Done.
you know.
Impossible.
Tressums, cats, and skunks. They're
If
sitting on your lap.
will
They can't
rot
move.
who? It's just pets.
Yeah. Mhm.
Before people really start stirring, gonna look over at Rafe. Rafe, I think I can trust you.
I appreciate that.
So here's something, and as slowly as I can, I'm gonna try and reach into like a pouch I have on me, and fumbling a little bit, but out comes 3 dried flowers, and I hand them over. These represent 3 questions that I won't avoid. You will get 100% of a real answer. And I'm giving you this because I trust you. And I know you won't misuse the information.
I will definitely not abuse your trust.
You don't have to use them now. You don't ever have to use them, honestly. Just thanks for the kindness.
It was my pleasure.
You're gonna have to wake them up because I'm trapped.
Indeed. And I will put the flowers away and stand up and knock on tents and let them know that they need to get up and moving or the tent will throw them out.
Okay. We'll mark that down as 3 flower petals of truth from Simmering. All right. Everyone stirs. You wake up.
I look
You
at
have your
Lucy.
dreams.
It's like, do you want to see what it feels like getting thrown out of this thing?
And I like after I'm like awake from it, I'm like, absolutely. I shove the bed. I'm like, go, get out. You go out.
So, Garlo's like laying in bed, like with the blanket over to see if it's just like an ejector seat sort of situation or what happens.
What's about to happen? Rafe?
Just like, I just like biggest smile on my face, just immediately.
So what happens is that the tent simply removes them from wherever they are in the tent in whatever condition they're in. If they're lying down, they are lying down on dirt. If they're sitting, they are sitting on dirt. If they're standing, they're standing on dirt. And if they are naked, they are indeed naked, and their clothes are nicely folded next to them.
So 1 minute the tent's there.
And then the tent
Tent's
is a
gone.
nicely assembled pile of tent
Folded.
parts.
Fold it up. Neat tent. And you guys are suddenly like, you were covered 1 minute. You're not covered anymore.
Huh. I mean, honestly, I was expecting a little more like fling. I don't know, it's kind of anticlimactic, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I was expecting a little more of an experience than that, but okay.
Maybe something bigger will do that to you.
Really? You really wanted to be thrown out of an extra dimensional space? I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, if there's a list of things you've done with your life, I mean, that's got to be on it, right?
That's
Like,
pretty
something
cool. Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. As long as
Very, very risky. But fortunately for you, this one is a fairly safe way to do it.
Killjoy tent.
We're gonna have to make it a little wooden sign that's like, "Welcome to Killjoy."
Yeah.
From there, you get your things assembled, put together. Your horses are rousted. They're watered and fed. And you guys set about your movement for the day.
Quick question. Sim, do you want to ride a horse or do you want to ride in the wagon? Because the wagon can be pulled by one.
Oh,
So we can-
no, I don't need to take a horse. It's fine. I can walk or just hang out in the wagon.
All right.
Rafe, Turgid, do either of you want to ride in the wagon or you guys want to stay on horseback?
I'll
Because
stay.
we can shuffle this.
No, when we have a spot, we have to stay here the entire day.
Yeah, we have 4 horses, so 2 people can ride. If Simmering wants to ride, then Rafe will give up his horse.
Oh no, I'm good. Thank you.
I have the badger sitting in the cart, so.
My best friend. Yes. Can I just have like a whole council of the pets in the wagon with me?
Just in the back of the wagon, just...
and just telling them fairy tales in Sylvan.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. They're just looking at you like
She hit her head hard. Is she? Are you sure she's okay, girl?
those big, moist, big old pet eyes just staring up at you, like hanging on to every funny sound you make. They don't understand any of it, but they are paying attention.
Well, Sim is so pretty with the flowers on her hair. I mean, how can they resist?
Take a bite of her later.
You move for a couple more days without incident. You get to Westbridge. At Westbridge, there's a town, but it's not a big town. There's an inn, tavern. You passing through, or are you gonna stay?
Can we get a drink, please?
It might not be bad to just take one night on actual. Well, I mean, the tent's fine, but just one night in civilized society.
We should stay.
Almost died like a few days ago.
We should stay because we probably need to buy at least one more horse.
Probably 2. That way we have one to pull the wagon.
Right.
All right. I guess we'll stay a night or 2.
Okay. Wait 1 second. So you saddle up to the inn or the tavern to find a place. The inn does have 1 room left. There's a bunch of travelers coming through the area. It's a group room. So it has 6 beds. You have to pay for the 6th bed. It's 2 copper per night. Drinks and food not included.
Oh my gosh, we can sleep in a real bed.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Not that we don't appreciate the tent, Rafe.
Yeah, we love.
Just very assuringly, like patting you on the back. Very good tent.
I totally understand.
Better than the ground.
So,
No,
go ahead.
I was gonna say I just make my way immediately to the bar, or if this isn't, and I just need to get a drink. I'm just looking for a tall drink.
Okay. You managed to get yourself a nice drink. It's 3 copper.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
clean. It's not expensive stuff, but it's good stuff nonetheless.
I'm gonna take the edge off. Oh. I'm just going to town on it.
Tarsha, I bet they have a bath here. You like those, right?
I like those. Those are very pleasant.
Let's go find you a bath.
Just out of curiosity, how's the stuff arranged in your wagon?
Ronan.
Blankets covering everything. What do you guys do?
It's almost certainly soft things on top.
A big old sign that says "Steal me."
Yeah.
No, it is like not like family vacation packed well, but like things are because we had enough time in that town to like have like tie up the bundles and everything. So things are just kind of wrapped and tied up, but I mean accessible, but still just like they're not going to go anywhere. It's not going to fall out.
If we leave them there, they'll probably go somewhere. So let's take them up to our room before we do.
First of all, I didn't ask for any other reason than to ask how the wagon is located.
Sure, you didn't.
Second of all, don't read too far into that. We're not going to meta game that you guys decided suddenly that you're going to take every fucking thing in that wagon and put it in your room.
All right, guys. Strap up.
It's not going to happen. Sorry, you're not going to move a wagon's worth of crap into your room. Because if you think that hiding stuff in a wagon is bad, wait till you move all the stuff you took out of a town into your room. Because that's not going to be subtle in a small town. No one's going to not notice that.
We were prepared for this.
It's really it's really awkward because we took the sign from the town that was destroyed. It's like, oh, geez, we're just gonna walk right.
Did you
through
take the
it now.
sign?
No.
You took the sign? Oh, okay.
It's on the side of the
recall-
road. I
don't recall you
mean,
saying that.
Did Garlo take this sign?
in my
Nice
college
wood.
dorm
What are you
room.
gonna leave it behind?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, no, we left it.
So while you're standing at the inn and having a few at the tavern bar there, you hear the sound of a horse riding in fast from out of town. The doors pop open. Sausish is no more. Something must have attacked it in the middle of the night. There's nothing left. The barkeep says, Sousish. My sister was in Sousish. There's no one there. The place is gone. Well, I mean, who attacked it? We cannot tell. Giants, maybe? The place has been emptied, burned most of it. Not a single body, except for cattle and horse chunks. Have the militias been responsive? Another rider went south to Red Lock. I came back here. But it's just like what happened in Eastish. This isn't good at all. I will need lodging for the night. We don't have anything left. I'll take
to the others.
Your stable. All right, I'll put you up and get your horses set up. Where are you to next? I need to warn the militias in Tribor. I mean, the giants and this. Much. Well,
The others. We have a bed. Do we want to offer it to this guy?
he goes outside.
Arrange for a room.
We have an extra bed.
Do we?
Yeah, we have a 6th bed, so
Well, it's a bunk room with 6 beds.
Let's charge him double.
Yeah, I mean, a bed's a bed.
I'd be willing to pay his fare. Our guy's taking off in the morning. It's fine. It's an extra bed. You guys okay with that?
He comes back in with a saddlebag over his shoulder.
I was gonna make a fort on that bed, but I guess it's fine.
You owe me the next round, Garlo, but I guess so.
He's dressed in studded leathers, a rapier at his side, a crossbow, a light crossbow on his back. Stylish, but not too stylish. Young man.
I'll shout over to him as I see him and say, "Oi, mate, you need a bed for the night?
Well, I got the stables.
How about a bed?"
What are you getting at here?
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty, but not that pretty. We have a 6th bed open.
Are you offering me a bed in your bunk room?
If you're liking. Or you can stay with the horses. I mean, they're good company, but not much for conversation.
What's the catch?
Something kind.
You want me to do something kind for you? Well, you're a
Next person
dapper
you
gentleman and a scholar.
I roll
I'll
my
take it.
eyes. And I say, Garla's just a nice person that way.
I'll take it. I'll take it. They just, where are we going? Because I need to rack out. It's been a long night.
I'll look to Sim and Lucy and be like, I mean, if you want choice of your bunk, you're gonna have to beat him up to that room.
Okay.
A mad
Okay.
scramble as you guys all fight each other.
I'm trying to
up the
finish my drink.
stairs, the elbows and you hit the landing and somebody got slips and everybody falls down. Everybody gets back up trying to shove the other people down. You make it up the second stairs. I need everyone to roll initiative, and whoever rolls highest gets first bunk pick.
I'm just gonna watch them go, and then like the guys next to me, I'm just gonna be like, so where they end up. That's the room we're in.
Okay, Turgia gets first bunk pick. There's 3 bunks on the bottom and 3 bunks on the top.
I pick whichever bunk is closest to the door.
Okay, bottom bunk on the door. Boom. This guy goes, yeah, they really like their bunks, don't they?
I mean, they're a fun bunch, but yeah.
A bed's a bed. He walks in. Are any of you not taking a bottom bunk?
Doesn't matter.
I take a top.
The 3 who raced up there.
Yeah, Rafe will take a top.
I'm a bottom bunker.
Being tall enough to just step
So-
into it.
And Gerlo, are you staying by the bar?
Yeah, I'll follow him up, I guess, to like put our stuff away. But Garlo doesn't really care about what bed he gets.
I tell you what, I'll take the top bunk. It's easier for you to get up and down that than the topmost bunk, so no worries. He throws his saddlebags up over his side, throws his boots off on the floor, and then falls up there, clothing and all. Has his sword on over his chest, and he falls asleep within 5 minutes.
I say, I think before he passes out, I say, I think some of us are gonna have a few more down at the bar. We'll try to be quiet when we come back in. We have pets. Hope that's not a deal breaker for you.
Dogs and cats, no worries. Anyway,
Well, no,
They're like dogs and cats.
Just go. Let's
They're
go,
fine.
guys. Let's go.
All right. Hey, Veg, be nice. All right, don't wake him up. Back. I'll bring you something back.
I give Stampy some sausage, and I throw a sausage to the badger as well.
Stampy is quiet.
Stampy's a
However,
good
the
boy.
badger is like Tasmanian deviling that food.
I leave my Tressum. Okay, you're in charge.
And it just sits on the top bunk fulching. Looking down at everything. All right, so you guys drink a little bit in the bar. It's a relatively quiet night other than this. There is talk. There's Sousish. A couple people did have relatives there. They were talking about it in the tavern. I need to go check on them. Yeah. They talk about getting stuff together and going down to check Sousish. The next morning? Oh no. The next morning, you guys wake up. No issues. You have yourself a little something at the inn before you head out for the morning. Grab up your horses. And out you go.
We wanted to buy horses.
Wanted to buy horses.
Oh, so you check in Westbridge. Make a investigation check.
Somebody make it with advantage because I'm going to help.
I have +5 investigation, so
Nice.
Do it.
19.
19's a good number.
19 is a good number. Really quick. There is a stable that has a couple horses for sale. They are older. They are not pretty. They have seen some wear.
They field horses?
They are possibly some horses that were used to plow.
Okay, yeah, we'll take them.
Let's see here. How much is a horse? Double check on that.
Of course, a horse is worth his horse.
Of course.
Of course.
Here.
Hey, is that an original work, Garlo?
I'm willing to do a collaboration on the
Draft
next one.
horses are 50 gold, Reed.
Thank you.
I'll remember that.
I was just pulling that up myself. So draft horses are 55 gold
Okay.
each.
How about I make you an offer of 45 gold each, and we'll throw in some rather nice items that we've acquired.
Thank you.
What kind of items?
Well, and I'm gonna look over at Garlo.
Can you give him away?
He's a mighty tough one.
This guy can pull a plow twice as fast as the horse.
My friend has a collection of clothes that we have no use for anymore.
I ain't got no need for clothes. I don't own a clothing store.
And a little bit of excess tack as well.
Tack? What do you mean?
Well, you see, we have a nice wagon, but we have more tack than we need for that wagon. But it's damaged.
Make a persuasion check. No, not interested. I don't need something I gotta pay to repair.
Okay.
I don't really need to sell these horses either. You might have better luck up in Tribal where they actually like breed them there.
Yeah. Just means that our horses are gonna have to work harder until we get there. Well, thank you anyway.
I whispered to Ray, what if we only buy one horse?
Sim is like face to face with a horse and like
A horse
an
whisperer.
old soul.
I
It does. It does have an old soul. These horses are probably past their prime.
Lucy, I think, is gonna step up and do his best, Midwestern accent. Seems my acquaintance here is taking a liking to this steed you got. How's about
Midwestern
we say-
accent? Is that what you said?
Not
That's a
Midwestern.
Midwestern
Yeah,
accent?
I'm trying to copy his. I'm trying to
Western
copy what he
accent.
was going for.
Okay, okay.
So I'm just, how about I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. 40 for the horse. We will give you, and I'm just like kind of digging through my bag. I'm just like, come on, I gotta find something good, something good. And I'm like, oh, how about this? And I pull out a flute. This amazing instrument, freshly imported from Waterdeep. Brand new, could fetch a good price if you know who to ask.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Yes. Okay.
Carlo turns to Turja and it's like, he's had a flute this whole time and he's been playing the kazoo.
That's the secret. Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Boom. Bam. Thank you.
Wait, disadvantage.
Yes,
Yeah.
+7.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I am.
Lucy and Rafe are
charisma
actually good at
What I
incarnate.
meant was there was only one dice up there.
Oh.
Oh,
I hadn't rolled
okay.
disadvantage yet.
Oh, I got you.
I can't sell a flute here.
You could play one.
I don't play flute. I play the mandolin.
Oh, you any good?
Well, I cut a jig here and there. Appreciate
Oh.
it, but no, not today. But I appreciate y'all's time, folks. But unfortunately, I'm just here to sell a couple of horses. And frankly, I'd probably be doing y'all a disservice if I sold these to you. I'm telling you, Tribal is a much better place. These horses, they're good for handling some plowing, and they're passing prime for that. At this point, they're going to be good for grandma getting her stuff back and forth from the farm. But that's about it, guys. This is not long haul horses anymore.
I put a hand on its face. I'll always remember you. As I start to walk away.
I appreciate your honesty in this matter. Thank you so much. It's good to know that not everybody's trying to pull a trick around here. I hope you have a fine rest of your day.
You as well. Good luck on your musical talents.
I hope to hear you play one day. And I kind of tip my
Come around
my hat
when
at
we're building
guys.
barns, and you might find out.
Before I depart, I'm going to pull 3 copper out of my bag, my change pouch, and hand it over to the guy. Have a drink on us, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate that. Oh, and you guys leave the stables. From there, what are you guys gonna do now?
Anyone want a seat change?
Yeah. Well, if Garlo wants to ride, I will definitely give up my horse to pull the wagon for a little bit.
All right, I'll ride for a little bit.
I'm happy to pull the wagon or walk. I'm looking to get some exercise.
You're gonna pull the wagon by hand?
No, with my horse. We had
Just
two
so
horses.
strong.
Yeah, well, I mean, Garlo's not the only one.
Twigs.
From there,
noticed.
Are those
You
reverse
guys-
biceps?
Yeah.
you guys managed to make it about a day and a half. And a day and a half the next day, you bump into a very long caravan going north. You come into the tail end of it. It's got to be at least 80 wagons. 80 wagons. You guys are moving a little bit faster than the caravan. The caravan's moving at a good caravan pace, slow and steady. However, there's a lot to track. There are a couple outrider guards going back and forth, as well as a couple tail guards. And the trail guards, stop you guys or kind of come up and goes, "Hello, Zent Third Company, Tribal Travelers. What can we do for you?"
Oh, well, we're on our way to Tribor as well.
Well, see you around. Looks like there's room if you want to go around, but it's going to be at least 2.5 miles or more before you get to the end of the front. We're up a trail.
Well, I guess we're not in that much of a rush. We'll trail for now.
Very well. Good luck, everyone.
You got anything for sale as you're trailing around?
We're just the travelers. We just guard the caravans. It's a couple different merchants moving their stuff. They've gone and halvesies in with 2 caravans at the same time.
I arch an eyebrow and say, "Oh, which merchants?"
Sorry, we don't discuss our clients.
Not even names?
Sorry.
All right.
And they continue on. Make perception checks, everyone.
Ooh.
It's okay. Thank you. You guys managed to make it to the end of the day. At the end of the day, the trail caravan guards come up to you guys and says, "We're going to make camp adjacent to us. Obviously, we can't provide you security, but, strength in numbers, you know how that goes. We're not kicking you out or anything.
Appreciate it.
We're paid to guard this caravan, not you guys. Fair enough.
Right.
Safe travels. What's your group's name? You don't have one.
No.
No.
Independent contractors currently.
ICC.
Killjoys.
Well, if you're looking for work,
Killjoys.
if they're looking for work, the Tribor Travelers in Tribor have an office, and you're welcome to apply there, because we'll pretty much take anybody.
Appreciate
Opportunities
that.
to work are pretty good.
But we have a job waiting for us in Neverwinter.
Ah, fair enough. Well, figured we'd extend the offer.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate
though.
it.
Thank you.
Hang on, guys. We're not in a huge rush, right?
I
We've got
see.
time to kill.
We're in the kind of rush that needs to get to Neverwinter at some point, though.
Yes, but maybe they have a caravan going to Neverwinter. It'd be a safer way to travel than alone.
Okay, we can check and see if there's a caravan running from Tribor to Neverwinter when we get there.
Okay.
Did you have something else in mind, Sim?
Then we can maybe afford a new horse.
Oh, no. I was just thinking it'd be very silly for us to sit on a schmick for longer than we have to.
To sit on a what?
Don't worry about it. Never mind. The code, it's too good.
Lucy,
Looking at the others, what?
Rafe would have revealed that he can actually afford to buy 2 horses outright right now.
So can I? I'm just saying more coin doesn't hurt, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, and if we get hired on to, if someone has some cargo they need transported to Neverwinter, if we're making coin on our way to make more coin, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Sure. I don't see any flaw in that logic. But let's set up camp and see how the night goes.
That's a fair play. Yeah.
All right. As you set up camp, a couple of the other guards, they come by. And, they ask a few questions like, where are you guys coming in from?
We left Waterdeep a fortnight ago.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we were there almost 10 days ago. Yeah. We came in from the Delember trails out from the west. Hit Waterdeep, and now we're guarding the other half of the caravan, where we picked up the other half and heading up north all the way up to Mirabar at some point.
How has the road been?
Mostly clear. Reports are coming in from north. All sorts of other strange activity, everything from hobgoblins and giants to strange things in the sky. Everything's better than what hit Neverwinter last year, so in the winter.
What is that? Why it's never went? What happened? Wait, hold on. What hit it Neverwinter?
Well, I wasn't there, but I did see the aftermath, and it was already a pretty messed up city after everything that else had happened for the last 100 years. It seems like it's the city that won't die, thankfully, but
Yeah.
But yeah, the winter was one of the most frightening events over like a 2-day period where they were under siege by things from the Neverwinter Wood.
Oh wow.
They just wouldn't die.
I break in and say, I'm sorry, but strange things in the sky? What do you mean?
Well, aside from the clouds that just seem to move against the wind and dark shapes that sometimes fly in the storms, Neverwinter had something that everybody swears they saw a triangle with a skull in the middle of it.
That's a very specific shape. You sure it was triangle with a skull in it?
Yeah. At the same time that those things attacked from the woods. And things that popped out of the sewers and people were dragged away. It was pretty frightening.
Yeah.
Sure. I look at
great.
Tertia.
Yeah.
Let's maybe keep the S word to a minimum around these fine fellows here.
Thankfully,
Ter-
the priests at Helm's Hold were able to flank, and apparently there's a little front there as well. We still don't know what drove them off. But eventually, they just left, along with probably 10% of the city.
Wow. Thanks.
Either way,
Appreciate it, friend.
it's all good. Tribor has been left alone for the most part, except for those giants who were struck out a few months back.
Yeah, but those seem to be more common.
Or was
People
it a few
clean
weeks
'em up.
back? A few weeks back. We got news of it. Fire giants attacked Tribor, but that was a while back.
Oh,
What's time?
When
Yeah.
when did they attack Tribor?
Oh, spring? Yeah, it was about a month ago. Yeah.
Why?
Anyway,
why
go ahead.
the giants. I mean, they attacked Tribor. Did you go through Sausage?
Yeah, we went through Sausage.
We think just there were tracks. They looked like giant tracks. I wonder why the giant. Do you have any idea why the giants might be doing this?
We just no. What are you talking about, Sausage? I mean, like we just passed through it.
it apparently was destroyed between your passage and ours.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, certainly we do. The whole town's wiped. Literally no civilians anywhere.
We didn't see anyone. We don't think anyone survived.
Well, it's certainly news I'll report up. Good to know. Be seeing you. Stay safe.
You as well. It's safe travels.
They walk off into the evening. The camp is noisy. There's laughter in the distance. You hear the occasional playing of a light flute. or a small ukulele or mandolin, the occasional harp. Throughout this long caravan of people, cooks, guards, wagoneers, and possibly a couple of coaches with some important folks. Turja, you do happen to catch some views of some of the boxes, and you recognize one of the symbols on half of the caravan is of Grey Castles, which is a large trading house located in Waterdeep.
Okay.
The other one you don't recognize. You haven't been through here that much since you were very, very little.
Does Rafe recognize either symbol?
No. I mean, Grey Castle's from Waterdeep you recognize, but that's it.
I spend probably the first part of my evening hop skipping around to different fires with different music playing and just enjoy some ambiance with some strangers.
And they are happy to have a lady join them. There's a couple ladies there too. I mean, they work the caravans just like everybody else. Guards. There's no gender roles here, right? It's just, it is what it is. But they're happy to have someone join them for a little bit of brief company. Couple make passes at you that fail.
Yep.
They don't understand what they're doing wrong, and the message doesn't seem to hit at all. And then you do what? What's your goal here? Just to go enjoy the evening?
Oh yeah, just enjoying the evening. It's probably like
totally
every time too. It's not like, okay, bye. It's that another song distracts and she's gone, or okay, she hears a laugh that she thinks it's interesting and is gone. Doesn't get too far from the group. We'll eventually circle back, but is definitely staying nearish.
A young half-elvish girl goes up to Lucy and says, I heard from my friend in the first caravan company that you guys have forked tongues. Is that true?
I mean, I've not really met too many other tieflings, but I mean, I personally know. I'm sure some do.
Let me see.
I just like kind of like.
It's true. It's true. You owe me 3 gold, and she runs back, yelling at her friends in the distance.
Okay. Anyway,
Is that dude? I'm sorry, I don't know many other tieflings. Do tiefling? Is that something that's common? I've never heard that before.
I like I said, I'm one of my only that I know, so I really couldn't tell you past my own personal knowledge, and I don't really know much.
About your family, don't they have forked tongues too? Wouldn't you know?
No, they don't.
No, they don't have forked tongues, or no, you don't?
Yeah, no, they don't have forked tongues. No.
After that, there's a brief moment where you see another wagon being worked on and the wheels being switched out. That's starting to wear and fray. Rafe actually comes over, casts mending, so they don't have to replace the whole wheel. They're like, I wish you'd told us that before we unbolted it. At least it didn't get it all the way off. They pack it back in. Garlo helps push it in because he's strong as an ox. And Turja, you notice a couple guys in the distance are writing things down, rolling them up around something, and some flying snakes disperse to the north. And then another one takes something, writes it down. A flying snake disperses to the south.
I noticed this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And with that, we conclude our evening. When we come back, we're going to find out what happens the next day. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us this evening. Who is it that won the contest? Was that? Oh, wait. Who's the person who does the announcement for that?
Guideboat, congratulations! Guybot is our winner. You've won a mystery dice set from 1985 games. Stay in chat. Make sure you're still in chat. Our tech goblins will reach out to you to get your information to send you the awesome prize. Don't forget, in the future, use !epic. Anytime we're hosting one of those amazing giveaways for your chance to win.
Anna, tell us about YouTube.
Everybody, guess what? We have a YouTube channel. So don't forget to go over there and subscribe so that you can watch our content. Subscribing is free, and this way you won't miss any of the awesome action. Brandon, tell them about the next shows.
Well, certainly I'll be happy to. You liked our stuff here tonight, you can go ahead and join us. Other nights here at the Games Tavern, we have some other shows you might enjoy. On Tuesdays, we have The Omega Files, and that's a Call of Cthulhu game set in the modern era. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern. A crime with no motive, evidence, or suspects. The team pushes forward, unsure of the trail, where the trail will lead them, or to what end. And on Wednesdays, you can explore the happy little world of Eberron in the show Dirty Deeds. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern. Heading out from their ship, the crew comes across a suspicious dragonborn. Rose family, Echo's parents trapped in a cage. Something is not right on the docks of Sharn. Not an accident, but something ain't right.
I just can't with that voice, man.
Don't you worry about it. A little bit of Bob Ross ASMR.
Yeah.
Yeah. A
Happy
huge
little
thank
orcs.
you.
Happy little orcs.
Huge thank you, not only to Bob Ross, but our sponsor, Shard Tabletop. As you saw today, it makes playing the game very easy. We can't say enough good things about it. It is our official virtual tabletop here at the Games Tavern. You can go ahead and use our code ShardTGT20 to get 20% off your subscriptions on Shard Tabletop, and you should see the link in our chat right now.
All right. Outstanding. And anything else we got to talk about today? I don't think so. All righty, gang. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you here, not next week because our tech goblin's out, I think, right?
What? No.
We'll see about next week for sure. No, but the week after we'll probably do something one way or another. So, but we will be back soon. Maybe costumes, maybe not. Who knows? But you got to watch to find out. And we'll see you guys next week on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Who are we going to raid today? Who should we raid today? Someone. Okay, we're going to give a raid, and then so stick around. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.